Are you a picture taker like me? Well, if you are, there are do's and don'ts while taking those photos. Guru Stu has some tips and he joins us this morning. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too. Well, you know, the holidays are just a couple of days away.
I know.
And everybody's got a digital camera.
And I've been taking pictures all week long.
What we want to do is kind of give people a few pointers, a few tips on what they need to do in order to make the real high quality photos so they have something that they can print, be proud of the holidays.
I know. There's nothing worse than a blurry picture, right?
Well, it's not just blurry. It's a matter of other things like lighting and that sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
So let's get into it. Let's talk a little bit about some of the things that we can do.
Okay.
Okay, the first thing is know your camera. If you know your camera, you know what it does. You know what all the little buttons do. You know how to turn off a flash. You know how to turn on a flash. These are important things for you to know. And so before the holidays, in the next couple of days come around, go ahead and start taking a bunch of pictures just to get to know your camera better.
Okay.
You're only going to have one shot at these pictures.
Sure.
So you want to make sure you're doing it right.
I know,
So
because
that's
I
the
know
first
I've
thing.
got one at home and there's just a bunch to it and it's kind of, you get lost.
Right. And some of the best pictures are not posed pictures. So you want to make sure that you got them in the natural act. Maybe Uncle Louie with a turkey leg hanging out of his mouth.
That'd be
that
great.
would be great. You know, those are fun pictures.
Yes.
Okay, second tip. Learn to control your flash. Now, a lot of people just leave their cameras on automatic flash.
Okay, I'm guilty of
That's
that.
not the best picture, is it? Sometimes you need to turn off the flash indoors to have the real good color, the real depth of field, to be able to see the eyes of your subject and that sort of thing. So that's
Okay.
a very good tip. And also using a flash outdoors, even though it may not want to, if they're in the shade,
Yes.
it's wonderful to illuminate the subject if they're standing in the shade.
Oh.
So again, know your flash, know how to turn it on, know how to turn it off.
Okay.
The third thing is play with the macro mode. All digital cameras have a close-up or macro mode. And you want to learn how to put your camera into that, because if you're taking pictures of centerpieces, of presents under the Christmas tree, of even just a Christmas tree up close, you know, you want to be able to put your camera into close-up mode.
Yes.
And that way you can get beautiful, beautiful pictures of the items that you want to do up close.
Huh.
Don't just come up close and take a picture and it
wouldn't
won't
have-
come out.
I would have ever thought about that.
Yep. The fourth thing is holding your camera level. A lot of times people are holding their camera, it's slightly cockeyed one way or the other. Most cameras have an LCD panel, and if you use the lines at the top and the bottom of the actual body of the camera, hold it away far enough where you know your level and then shoot the picture, okay? A lot of pictures come out kind of semi-level and
I
that sort of thing. You know,
There's always
if-
that one person that you don't want
Yes,
holding
and
that
if you're
camera.
outside taking a Christmas sunset picture, use your horizon as your
yes.
level line and do that.
Great
The
tips.
next tip that you want to do, use a tripod. Especially if you're sitting and you're taking a group picture or that sort of thing. Don't think that you can hold the camera level enough.
Or
while
set
you're-
it on the
or
table.
Set it on the table or you're not going to get that. Use a tripod. Tripods are very inexpensive. You can get them as little as $6, $7, $8.
And they're pretty lightweight, too.
Very lightweight. Bring it out of the closet, set it up, put your camera on it, and get those pictures of Grandma and Grandpa with the grandkids.
Good
and then
idea.
get those pictures.
Because there's always that one person that's not in the pictures, which is always like me. Because I'm the
Exactly.
one
And
taking
then
the
you want to be able to set the timer to run in front of the picture so
Yeah.
you can be in it as well.
Very good.
Okay. There's another one. Make sure you have enough memory in your camera to take pictures. If you're using a 2 megapixel camera, you want to have about a 64 megabyte. If you're using one of the new 5 megapixel or above cameras, your minimum should be at least a 1 gig memory card, preferably a 2 gig memory card. So you don't have to worry about running out of space while you're taking pictures. And that's one of the most frustrating things, especially during the holidays, especially if you're trying to do a theme of pictures,
Yeah.
is running out of memory in your digital camera.
It's
so
a bummer.
Make sure, memory for your camera is so inexpensive, it's a dumb thing if you don't have enough memory in your camera.
Okay, so you've got cameras at your store?
We sell lots of digital cameras at our store, but one of the things that we also do is if you bought a camera someplace else, you're not going to go back to that store and ask the guy in the fish tank department or ask the guy in the vacuum department to help you with your digital camera. Anybody can come by Sandia Computers and pick my brain, and I will help them with their digital camera needs so that they know how to work their camera properly.
Very good. Okay, Sandia Computers, located at 3625 Wyoming Northeast. Their phone number is 332-7777. And Guru Stew is open tomorrow, Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, we're open till 1 o'clock tomorrow, and
All
we'll
right.
be reopened on Monday.
Fantastic. Well, Merry Christmas to you, and thank you for stopping by.
Merry Christmas to you, too.